Hey, trendies, trendsetters, and my trendy tribe. Sound test first. Let me know if you can hear me. Can you hear me? I gotta wait for the delay, I know. Remind myself. Okay, you can hear me? Yes. Okay. Let me take that off. Okay. We're gonna do our greetings, and then I'm gonna go through the docket, and then we're gonna start with our trendy that's sharing her story today, Sylvia P. And y'all make sure when she starts her story, send up encouragement. She doesn't come up on public platforms like that. You probably, of course, have seen her in the chat in our YouTube Love and Marriage Huntsville circles, but she doesn't come up and speak like that. So please, you know how we do. Make her feel welcome, encourage her. But yeah, Sylvia is such a sweetheart. Okay, so I'm gonna say my highs. Okay, so hey, Sandra Sanderson. She said, hey, back again. Yes. Hey, Shan, my legal eagle, and my hey, Lady Queen. She said, hey, Trendy, we back in the house. Trendy Tribe, yes. Oh, thank you for, yes, please hit the like button. Thank you, Lady Queen. Good to see you again. Hey, Sean. How are you, Sean? Again, I do appreciate you sharing your story, Sean. I would see a comment every now and again about how the information helps somebody. So I definitely appreciate you. Hey, Sheila Massey. She said, I'm in my spot. Sheila, yep, just go ahead and take that seat. Hey, 41 Fit, listening from the bushes. Got you, because you're right. This is that time. Listening from the bushes. Thank you, sis. One of my mods. Miss Cheryl, Seattle is here. Yes. Hey, Miss Cheryl. Hey, Jesse Bradley Lewis. Good evening to you. Hey, Jazzy J for life. Good evening. Hey, Annette. Hi, Cynthia. Good to see you again. Hey, Renita. Irene Bay, how are you? She said, hello, everyone. From Seattle? Is that, oh no, St. Louis. Is that St. Louis? Don't get me started on my initials and acronyms before I sit up here and just show my behind. Is that St. Louis? Hey, Karma Girl. Mildred, Conversations and Cocktails. She is a content creator. Yes. Hey, Mildred. Mildred, did you start uploading your podcast yet? I'm going to stay on you too. My friend calls me her accountability partner now. I can't do it all the time, but when I remember, I'm going to say something. Hey, Miss Dion. Journey to Jasmine is a content creator as well. Hey, Journey to Jasmine, welcome back. I actually saw your hi this time. I always see someone saying hi to you, and I'm like, oh, is she in here? Hey, Sexy Chocolate, how are you? Let me see. Patricia Ellis Robinson. Okay, H-Town in the house. Yes, ma'am. Beyonce Stomping Grounds. Let's go. Yes, good vibes. Good vibes. Hey, Kim Agnew. How are you? And good evening. Let me see. I'm checking. St. Louis. Okay. Yes, St. Louis. Okay. Lil Paulette and the gang is here. Hey, Lil Paulette and the gang. And the links will probably, Shan is out here working hard. Oh, I see my Leo says Live, Laugh, Love in here too. So when she gets settled, she'll probably drop some links as well. But give Shan some grace. Like she's gonna try to get those links dropped for y'all. And Live, Laugh, Love as well. Lil Paulette and the gang is a content creator. She says, hey now, sister, and I'm driving and running errands, but I wanted to check in and hit the like button. I'll be back for the replay. Okay, Lil Paulette, I appreciate you. Thank you. Okay, I'm at the bottom right now, so I'm going to go over the docket. Y'all, oh my gosh. So, Sketchy Saturday is coming up. We're going to do a breast cancer awareness themed lip, courtesy of Linda Gamble's suggestion. And that link to download that art, I will make available to everybody. Okay. This one will be one of the only ones that's not just for the Trendy Tribe members. Okay. So when I finish it and I publish the link, I will make the link to download it for free available. Next. Okay. So as y'all know, we have Sylvia's story coming up. She's already backstage. We did our sound test. We've been on it, y'all. Earlier, our lunch break live, we had 5 minutes with Fit, and it was awesome. I really enjoyed it. I am going to try to do some of those exercises, and it was from the chair. So if you got your little 5 pound, 3 pound weights with you, or if you already, up there and you passed the 5 pounds, your 8 pounds, your 10 pounds, if y'all hired, that is more power to you. But yeah, she gave us some great arm exercises from her 5 minutes with Fit, and I will clip that out so I can have a little playlist too with her, and plus that way she can use it on her own channel that she has been building up as well. I don't have a link yet, but I still have to point out that we will be talking about Zen Garden's response to Scope when they tried to get that partial summary judgment request, because Scope wanted to be paid out no matter what, their contractor's fee, and rightfully so. Zen Gardens disputes most of that claim. So we're going to go over that, but I got to do some reading. So I'm just letting you know it's out there. I know it's out there, and I got to start reading. Sheila's in her normal timeout. 41 Fit is in the bushes, but technically still in her timeout seat. And Shan has an honorary seat too, because she ain't been acting up lately, but she did enough to earn the seat. It's too late now. For those of y'all, well, some of y'all were here in Lunchtime Live. I feel like almost everybody that's here now was in the Lunchtime Live. Hey, Galen. Hey, hold on, I saw it. Let me see. Cinnamon Swirl. Hey, my Leo sister, Cinnamon Swirl. Live, Laugh, Love is also a content creator, if I did not shout that out. Okay, so earlier for the Lunchtime Live, okay, y'all, I had made this in Photoshop, right? Because I was like, oh my gosh. It's Melisande season era, all that, right? Well, y'all, I posted it to my Instagram and YouTube. Let me tell you what. Y'all, Melody commented under my post. I'm on cloud 9. And I know y'all can't see it because it's too tiny, but it says, you are so talented. Thank you. I'm about to float out this house. I ain't gonna be able to sit in my seat. I'm not gonna make it. Oh my gosh. She saw it, y'all. And one of the main fan pages started following me back today. The Melody, now they changed it. They have a Melody Cherie Rogers fan page, but their first one they started was the Melody Cherie Holt fan page, and they followed me back, y'all. Oh my, I'm on cloud 9. Cinnamon Swirl. Hey Bliss. Hey Renita. Did I say hey to Miss Dion? Hey Miss Dion. Y'all, you can't tell me nothing. And then on top of that, remember when I was here at Lunchtime Live, my 7th Avenue order came in today. You can't tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. And I was waiting on my first order before I ordered more things because I'm a cautious person. That's just how I am. And let me go ahead and give y'all a little mini testimony too. Okay. Now a lot of this time was on me because I forgot to say something, but y'all, I never let them know who I was in case they would have known anything about my channel. I'm not saying they would have, but mine, remember when Melody said she aims for perfection, but of course she's not perfect, right? Well, my order actually got lost in the mail. I was one of the ones that I didn't get it, right? So I finally was like, okay, let me check on this now. So I went, got my tracking number, found the email address that it says to contact, if there's problems and stuff. I sent my email, my tracking number, and they were like, okay, it must have got lost in the in shipping. And guess what? This is the replacement that I got. And as soon as they answered the email, I feel like they were shipping this one out. And so I just wanted to say that to say I never made it known who I was. I ordered under, my government name. It was nothing related to my channel, to any of my stuff. And I just wanted to tell you that is the customer service that you get. So even if something goes wrong, because nothing is perfect, you get your stuff, y'all. I ain't sitting up here having to call my credit card company asking for a refund because nobody's writing me back and I don't have no product in my hand. So that is my personal testimony. I feel like it was meant to happen this way. So, because I don't know. I just feel like it was meant to happen this way. So I'm extra, extra happy that I have it and how they handled it when I said, hey, I didn't get mine. So here we go. Like, thank you so much, Melody Cherie Rogers. You represent your company so well. Yeah. So yeah. Okay. Let me. Whoo, y'all. So today has been a Melody day. Okay. Let me see. I was going to say, okay, I said hey to Bliss and Galen. Galen said my order arrived today as well. Melody gave me a surprise gift because there was an issue with my order as well. Come on, Galen. That's what I'm talking about. Patricia said, awesome. Lil Paulette said, I always get my stuff from mail. I feel like it was a one-off. And I was like, I'm not saying nothing till the whole circle is complete. Because I already have faith in my girl. And I was like, I ain't going to be putting stuff out here and leaving it hanging. I'm going to have it I'm going to give you the whole story before I talk about it. You know what I mean? So yes, I appreciate it. And I just wanted to say, it will be handled unlike some other companies when you don't get the product or service you paid for. So shout out to Dr. Melody Cherie Rogers. Okay. Now, let me bring up Sylvia's things because Sylvia, just giving you a little warning. I'm almost about to bring you up. I'm getting everything ready for you. I will be on mute as you tell your story so you don't have any interruptions. And I'll highlight the encouraging comments as they come up. So if y'all just want to even throw up just some hearts for her, whatever you want to throw up for her, it's greatly appreciated. Sylvia does not just come out here and do this. She just felt inspired to do it. And I appreciate her for wanting to share. Hey, Georgia Leo. Hey, JD. Say, yes, Rogers. Yes. I ordered twice from Melody and never had an issue. And that's what I'm saying. 99.9% don't have an issue, Karma Girl. And I just wanted to be the one that could tell you what happens if it ever happens. And what happens is you get your stuff. You will get your things. Trending, when you do good, you get good back. Thank you, 41 Fit. Thank you. Okay. All right. I'm about to add you up, Sylvia. I got to make this a background. Let me give you something else because I don't want it to cover you up. Because right now it's a overlay instead of a background. So let me just give you just a background so we can have you showing, and then I'll create this as your background. Oh, nope, that's not it. Oh, my little animated one. Where am I at? Go away. Hold on. There we go. Okay, I'm about to bring you up, Sylvia. We'll do a quick sound check again. Okay, Sylvia, let me hear how you sound. Sylvia, can you hear me?
I had my mic muted. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you. Okay, I'm about to I'm gonna mute myself and I'm just gonna set up your background, but you are good to go. You can introduce yourself first or however you want this to flow is up to you.
Okay. Well, hey everyone. Hope y'all are having a great Friday. I'm Sylvia P. You'll see me in the chat around the Love and Marriage Huntsville groups, but I'm a background person, so I don't do this. But I'm gonna tell my story real quick. And this situation happened back in July of this year with us. And I tell you that 30 days that we went through felt like 6 months of stress. Um, I remember being on one of trending slides and succeeding to happen to ask me how I was doing. And I replied back that life was lifing me. Well, what happened was on the night of July 6th, around 10 p.m., my landlord sends us a text message that he had sold the house and that we had 30 days to move. Now, prior to that text message, he gave us absolutely no clue that he was even thinking about selling the house. So my sister called him because I had already gone to bed. He had given her the reason that he was selling the house was because his wife's mother had fell ill and his wife was having to quit her job to take care of her mom. And so he was selling the house to help cover the loss of her income. And I can understand that. I can understand that. But the thing that upset me is that he just gave us no heads up at all that he was even thinking about doing that. And let me go back. Our lease had actually expired on June the 30th. But in the course of renting from him for the last 7 years, and don't judge me, yeah, it was 7 years. But in those times of renting with him, he would be late giving us the new lease to sign by like a month or two. And so in this situation, we didn't think it was any different than the other times that we renewed the lease with him. And I know that rightfully it's his home. We're not under a lease. We're just under 30 days. And I know that rightfully he can do that. But I was just real angry and upset that over the course of the years that we rented from him, we were never late on the rent. He didn't have to come by the house, hunt us down for his money. We kept the house in good condition. We kept the lawn cut. We weren't problem tenants. So I just couldn't understand why he would do us like that without any type of a warning. So my sister said she had asked him if he could give us a little more time than 30 days because there just wasn't enough time for us to find somewhere, get everything moved in a 30-day time period. He messaged us back the next day saying that the new owner wouldn't extend the move out date, which was August the 6th. And August the 6th was my birthday. Um, I was planning on going to Atlanta for the weekend, but I had to change those plans because we had to find somewhere to live. At that point, we were just so angry and frustrated. We didn't even want to talk to or deal with him anymore. Um, we had a friend that's a realtor, and so we gave her a call and asked her if there were any homes that she knew that was available for rent. We told her that we were looking for a 4 bedroom, 2.5 bathrooms to 3 bathrooms, a fenced-in yard, a garage, and it was pet friendly. She told us that in this market, if we saw a house for rent, to go ahead and apply for it because the homes got rented quickly. Well, so for the first week of us looking for a home, I felt positive that we were going to find something in no time. I quickly find out that things are different now than they were 7 years ago as far as renting the houses. You have to go through a lot of paperwork, and it's just like you're almost buying the house instead of renting it. Um, anyway, by the second week, we started getting emails and calls saying that we were at the top of the list, but so and so hadn't decided, or the property manager and landlord was out of town and they would get back with us. A couple of them we would just decline. So and that's when things started to look bleak because we were quickly running out of time. So I thought, well, maybe we just need to change what we want. Maybe get a three-bedroom house, two bath, no garage, or just something so we wouldn't be homeless or having to live in a hotel until we found something permanent. In the meantime, our landlord, he had been giving us a call and we had been ignoring his calls because we were mad and just extremely angry over the situation. My brother had called my sister and he was asking us how, things were going looking for a house. And she told him that, it wasn't looking real good at that point. And so he told us, stop being mad. Go ahead and give the landlord a call because he keep calling y'all. Give him a call and see what he wants. He said, especially since y'all have been with him for a long time, you have a good payment history. So she went on and she gave him a call, and he explained to her that he had two properties that he wanted us to look at. One that he was leasing, and it was a three-bedroom, one bath house. And I immediately told my sister, ain't no way we can do with one bathroom. And so that was a no-go. The other property, he said that he was selling that one, but it had four bedrooms, two and a half bathrooms. Um, and on that one, I was like, well, 2 weeks is not enough time to be going through a home buying process and closing and all that. And so I was just still really upset with the way that he did us. I didn't even want to hear that option. So a couple of more days went by and things just still wasn't looking up. And I told my sister, go ahead and give him a call and see if we can take a look at the house. And so he gave us the address. That morning I drove by it on the way to work. And judging from the outside, it was a no for me. The outside honestly just wasn't appealing. It looked like a house that I would have drawn when I was in second grade. Very basic, rectangular in shape, with a door in the middle and windows on the side. But in the meantime, we are still not getting any yeses on the house. So that night when I got home, I told God, I said, I surrender. I said, whatever your will is, please let me recognize it. But I surrender because nothing that we're doing at this point is working out. Trying to find a house, and time is quickly ticking. So I told my sister, I said, hey, I'm not going to be picky anymore. Whatever you decide, I'll go ahead and I'll go along with it. So she had gave him a call and asked if we can come by and view the house. And he told her yeah, and we went by to see it. When he opened up the front door and we went room by room, we were amazed at how beautiful the house was on the inside. Because evidently, what he put into the inside of the house, he didn't do on the outside. But I'm like, if we hadn't even walked into the house, we wouldn't have even known how great it looked on the inside. So after we went and looked around, and my daughter, she had already picked out the room that she had wanted. But when we had walked around and looked at everything, and we were back in the kitchen, he was like, I know things are rushed with me selling the old house, because of my mother-in-law being ill, quickly changing things. And I was like, well, why didn't you offer to sell us the other house since we were already living there? And he said that he had found somebody that was willing to buy the house cash up front. And so, yeah, we didn't have cash, so I can see why he wasn't trying to go that route with us. So I said, well, can we just think about it overnight? And He had told her, yeah. And then he had said that, he would even do, even though he was selling the home, he would do a rent to own with us. Um, do a rent to own contract for a year, sell us the home at the end of that term, and the monthly payments that we were paying for the rent would go towards the down payment. And so we had went home and we had talked about it, and we decided to go with it. So we gave him a call the next day that we wanted to move forward with doing a rent to own for the house. So we finally signed the lease and got the keys on August 2nd. He had been out of town, and so he didn't get back until till then. And so we just had 4 more days to have the house completely out and cleaned and into the new house. So on August the 4th, while we were moving into the new house, I went to the mailbox because there was some mail in the mailbox, and the door on the mailbox was halfway hanging out. So I pulled all the mail out, and I was going to toss the junk mail. And if somebody else's name was on the other mail, I was going to put return to sender on it and put it back in the mailbox. There was a postcard that was in the mailbox that was addressed to my sister. It was one of those warranty postcards for a car. It had the date of April on it when it was sent, and that she needed to respond to it by May the 15th. I had to read it a couple of times because I wasn't getting what I was reading. And so I took it to my sister and told her to look at it. And she looked at it and she shrugged her shoulders and went, okay. And I'm like, you don't get it. I said, read it again. And she looked at it and she said, yes, a warranty reminder for my car. And so I said, no. I said, Wanda, I said, look at the date, look at the name, and look at the address. And she looked, and she had this puzzled look on her face. And I told her, I said, we didn't know anything about this house, about this street until July. How is your name, the new address, dated on something back on May the 15th? And we didn't even do a change of address until later on that night. And so I told her, I said, hey, that's my confirmation from God that we are where we need to be. And I was like, all those days that we were panicking, stressed out, crying, frustrated, mad, God had already found our new home. He had already worked it out for us, and we didn't even know it. We were actually fighting against it the whole time. So now when I think about it, every single time I think about it, I thank God because I know there was nobody but Him. Um, and that confirmation is what I needed to feel at ease because at the time that we signed the lease, I still just felt rushed and I didn't feel comfortable doing it, but I felt we had to do it. But when I got that confirmation after I had prayed, I'm like, I know that's nobody but God. So saying all that, one thing that this situation did teach me is that I had gotten very complacent. And sometimes when you get complacent, God will force you to move. I have a vision board, and one of the things that I have on my vision board was buying a home. And so now we have our home, and it feels like a new beginning. It gave me some extra motivating, some change, some things in my life. But the 30 days is something that I never, ever, ever want to go through ever again. And so that's my story. And so, Trending, I want to thank you so much for letting me share it. Like I said, I'm not one of the people, I don't come up on panels maybe once or twice, but that's just not me. But I just felt compelled to maybe give somebody else a little encouragement, find confirmations and stuff. So, but that's all.
Okay. Well, I took notes. I'm gonna say some things now, okay? Because Sylvia tried to downplay her story because she was like, "Well, I don't know if it's as I don't know what words you use. And I ain't trying to. I don't want to put words in your mouth, but she was very unsure about telling her story. And I'm like, no. Do you know how much struggle it is out here with post C-19 real estate, and especially when you're renting, and then it's short notice, and you already had a I call it a battle rhythm that you're used
Hmm.
to your life going, and then it gets turned upside down. I'm like, it's
Yes.
people definitely experiencing this, and you definitely should share. Like everything hits us different. And when she told me, I got my notes right here. She said that the her old mail that would have normally gone to the regular address because there was no reason for it to be at the place that she hadn't even accepted yet on paper in her mind, nothing. And her old mail was already sitting in the new address. Like, come on. I'm like, come on. Like, you have
Girl.
to share this.
I tell you, I
Yes.
thank God every time I think about that because it's nobody but Him.
Exactly. And I wrote this down. I told you, Chit Chat's my unofficial mentor. I feel like Chit Chat right now. She said I had to write it down. But you said sometimes when you get complacent, God will force you to move,
Yes.
Sylvia. That's a whole word that
Yes.
applies to so many things, so many areas of how we can become complacent, you know?
Exactly.
I saved a couple comments, but Joy S. Pick says, Caller, I thank God for you and your family surrendering to God's favor and accepting it. God knows what you need before you even ask. And I agree.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yes. And I saved one of Shan's comments too. But yes, a whole word, y'all. Okay, so Shan said, sorry that happened and things are so different after C-19. That's even more stressful renting than owning. Correct. I just
Yes, and trending.
mm-hmm.
I live in Huntsville. The housing market here is crazy now. I think if we had decided to go maybe the route of an apartment,
Mm-hmm.
there's so many apartments here that they're putting up.
Mm-hmm.
It may have been easier to find something, but I just didn't want to do that at the time.
Mm-hmm.
But the housing market is fierce.
I can believe it. I don't even know, and I might not have heard you because I know you were at the shop when we spoke the first time. So I didn't even realize you lived in Huntsville. So you know how
Yes,
obviously how popular that's becoming. So oh
yes.
my gosh,
Houses are coming up everywhere, and they're going extremely quickly. And
yeah.
then he did it right at the time. It was in July. This began July 6th. School started for us the first week in August.
Hmm.
So you've got the summer months, people getting ready to move because school is starting and people
Hmm.
moving into new districts and stuff.
Right,
Girl, I couldn't believe he did that. But hey,
right.
things worked out.
Yes, and I
Things
also
worked
want to
out.
point out. Did you clarify that you are in an agreement where they say you are basically paying your down payment so you can own that house? Did you say
Yes,
that?
yes,
Okay, I want to make sure
yes.
people knew that you're not. It's not the same situation you're going into. This is different.
No, no. We got a contract on this, and our monthly payments that we're doing, the whole amount is going towards the down payment of the
Come
house.
on. And Audrey said, "Are you and your sister really close?"
We are, we are. We're 9 years apart, but yeah, we're close.
Okay, okay. Patricia said you went to God broken and you humbled yourself and surrendered all. God had already worked it out, but you kept your faith and you didn't give up.
Yes,
Yes. Hey, Joyce. Let's see. Bliss said best city of living says news and best city to live in according to a news and world report from 2022 Huntsville. That's what I think she's saying.
yeah, and that's why they're throwing up houses and apartments everywhere.
Right,
I mean, it's
right.
Huntsville. Madison is a neighboring city connected to Huntsville.
Yeah,
Madison is really booming, and so
yeah.
yeah, it's it's uh it's really skyrocketing here.
And I also wrote down because in the out, as people were saying it too, the outside, don't judge a book by its cover, or you can't judge. They weren't telling you don't. They were just saying you can't judge a book by its cover. And I had
Yes,
wrote down that outside did not reveal what was truly on the inside, and I was, you didn't even know.
it didn't. I mean, because like I said, when I drove by and I saw it, I was like, nope.
Right?
But then when he opened up that door, it's like a hidden gem. And,
Yes.
he said he had been working on it for like, I think 7 or 8 months. He was
Wow.
renovating the house and stuff. And so
Wow.
you can tell he put the work on the inside.
Yep.
And so we just gotta give it some curb appeal and put some sweat equity in to,
Got
get
you.
the outside up to par.
Yeah, yes. And Miss GM, it's me. She said, "This is why I was telling you, got to tell your story." She said, "That's what I needed to hear. I've become complacent in my job, and I just feel God shaking things up. And I've been through a situation at work for the last 5 months, and I think that's God. I told you, people, your story was gonna hit home. I told you."
Yeah. And when the other person said that I went to him broken,
Mm-hmm.
I tell you, I was broken. I had a moment where I did. I had a breakdown, crying moment.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, said my prayer and surrendered, and
Yeah.
things just started to work out. But I was really broken. I'm like, I never ever want to feel that way again because it
Right.
was not a good feeling at all.
Right, right. And I'll say this too. That's one of our most vulnerable areas, the roof over our head, how we, earn our income and our family, the people we love around us. That's our vulnerable spots.
Yes.
So
Hmm.
um I dropped the link for anyone to come up if they just want to actually talk to you directly to just, let you know or just say anything, ask you a question or just, cuz instead of having to type it all. But I'll read some
Okay.
more comments until I see if someone wants to come up. It
Okay.
says, "Okay, Miss GM is me. Say you have to open the book and turn the pages. Okay, I
Yes.
like that." Black Titanic said that's why she says Marceau messed up. He could be rich because construction is everywhere in Huntsville and Madison. Yes, a gold mine in
She
construction.
is not
I don't know
lying.
how
It
you keep it
is.
around. How you messing up? People throwing money at you.
That
Patricia,
is the
yep.
truth.
God wants us to tell our testimony, and she told it. She did it, and she said before she got up here, she said, "I see you 41 fit, looking cute." She said that she almost said never mind a few times. She almost said never mind, but she was like, "No, I'm gonna do it because I said I'm gonna do it."
Quite a few times. You just don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah. Okay, I'm letting 41 fit up. You're
Okay.
up, 41 fit.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. I'm driving my baby to homecoming. She's in the marching band. I want to
Oh.
say, yeah,
Oh.
as soon as yeah, she plays 5011 instruments. But I want to say this to you, Sylvia. Um, Romans 8:28 says, "All things work together for the good of those that love the Lord, who are the called according to His purpose." And I'm so very thankful. Just like the other lady
Hmm.
said, thank you for your testimony because sometimes God has to stretch us, truly, has to stretch us so that we can go ahead and discover new territory. I'm not trying to get all, uh, you know, a whole bunch of God stuff in this live, but I'm reminded when uh, they sent out the scouts to the promised land and they saw the giants, right? All they saw
Yes.
was the giants, and they couldn't see past it. But Joshua, I believe, was the one who was able. Actually, no, it wasn't him, it was another. But they were able, the one person was able to see past what was right in front of them. And I thank God that he saw you past the circumstance and was able to stretch you, Sylvia. So I thank you for sharing your testimony. It's speaking volumes to me. I had spoke to I offlined with trending, and I'm going through a certain thing at work, and I thank you for your boldness to persevere and keep pushing because it's inspiring me to do the same thing. There's so much more out there for us if we're just willing to be stretched and just surrender and let God do what he does best. And that's
Oh,
really all that I had to say to you, Sylvia. So thank you so very much for sharing your story, your testimony, and your heart with all of us strangers. I love you like a fat kid love cake. And I pray that I pray that you know that this house is just going to be such a blessing to you and your family for generations to come.
thank you. Thank you so much, 41 Fit. That's very encouraging. And I'm going to be exercising tonight. I couldn't do
Hashtag.
it at work, but I'm going to be exercising tonight. And I love that little segment. And
Indeed.
I love Trendy's channel because she has a lot of different things. And I love it over here. I really do.
Thank you. Y'all make the channel. I just need you to understand that y'all do make the channel because I have to now I have my own core and I understand that, but I do feed off of who is here, like who's the crowd here. And so I'm very glad of who I attracted because it helps me stay grounded, centered, and I get, I get to be messy, but I get to, there's a safety, there's a camaraderie that I really appreciate. And y'all have to make that
Yes.
happen because you're interacting with each other in the chat and things like that, like it you're bouncing off of each other's energy. So I'm grateful that I have who I have and who has come over here because y'all, like Miss Dion said, it's peaceful. Y'all make it peaceful. I need you to know that too. You do, because of how you conduct yourselves, you make it peaceful. So I am very grateful to you. Like how our style of cut up is it's okay. We not, we ain't getting too crazy, but it's fun, and then it makes sense to still transition to like Sylvia telling her story, LaDon telling her story, Shan telling her story. Like, you know what I mean? Like it feels right. 41 Fit, she incorporated that 5 minutes with Fit, and I was like, okay, it might be a little maybe some people be thrown off at first, but it was like, no, we here. Like, come on, let's see what 41 Fit's gonna do. Like it felt
Exactly.
fine. It felt right. Oh, ask her, do you live in Huntsville or Madison, Sylvia? Black
I live
Titanium.
in Huntsville.
Straight up Huntsville.
Yeah, I've lived in
Okay.
Huntsville probably 95% of my life.
Wow. 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 Do
Yeah, I
you
only
ever hear
moved.
the rumblings, Sylvia? Like of the things going on? Obviously to do with the show, because that's Huntsville is on the map more for me because of the show. Do you ever hear anything like when you just out and about?
Not really, to be honest, and I've seen it other places where, um, like other cities like New York,
Hmm.
the DC area, and some
Hmm.
other places are really into love and marriage Huntsville.
Oh wow.
Living here, I don't find that many people that I can even talk to the show,
That's what I
talk to
hear.
about the show. And so that's why I started going to YouTube to some
Okay.
of the channels that were talking about it. But here, it's very few people that really talk about it.
I do hear that y'all are very consistent with that because I know I have a few other people in Huntsville, and of course my memory is gonna fail me, and I can't call the name right now. But I feel like Red And is one, and I think she said the same thing also. And thank you, Miss G and Miss Me.
Yeah, I've heard Red Ann say that before as well. But yeah, you don't find too many people here that know about the show, and they're like, "What?" You
Yeah,
know.
that's crazy, and you're in the mecca of it
Oh
all.
yeah, right here. And I'm like, we had, and that's what I started watching when I saw the little promo when it first came on. I'm like,
Hmm.
what? Huntsville has a show? And so I've been watching since season one, episode one. And
Okay.
so, and this is hard for me to
Wow.
believe that not too many people here really know about the show.
Wow. I see y'all, and thank you very much for confirming that this is a nice space. I'm telling you, if I ain't say no other prayer, I was like, my energy, Lord. I need the right people over here now. I know I'm about to talk about some stuff that can be messy, but you still know what I need now. ADR says housing booming, which sounds good until realized that the housing prices have tripled. Older, once affordable houses next to newly built $500,000 house homes incomes can't afford. Right now,
And
that
that's
part
true.
is always the downside. It's always the
Yeah.
downside when that
That
happens.
plus the traffic going from Huntsville to Madison is extremely hectic. The traffic in Huntsville is getting extremely hectic, and people are always complaining about the traffic now. But
Okay,
with growth, those are situations you come up with, you know.
right. And Joyce, I accept this comment because you're right. I know what topics I chose to talk about, so I gotta claim sort of messy. I gotta claim that, and I agree. It's true. It's true. I could have just not talked about it, but I chose to talk about those things. Oh yeah, she said she's been watching since season one, episode one. Who said that she watches it, and she said she had to
Yeah,
come to
and
YouTube.
that's right. As a matter of fact, I worked at a daycare a few years ago. I met Tisha. Her um, her oldest daughter was in my 6 month to a year classroom.
Hmm.
And Tisha always seemed just so nice and sweet.
Wait,
And when
whoa,
I
whoa, whoa!
started,
Sorry. No, repeat what you just said. I'm sorry. I
for
shouldn't have been trying to read.
real,
What did you say?
for real, yeah, Tisha, she always seemed so nice and
No,
sweet.
you said you were in a class with her. What did you say before that?
No, no, I worked in the daycare.
Okay,
And in the daycare, I had a classroom for the 6 months to a year old babies.
okay.
And her oldest daughter was in my classroom.
Oh
This was
wow.
about maybe 10, 11 years ago. But Tisha was always real nice and sweet. And when I started watching her on the show, it just turned my whole impression of her as negative. But
Wow.
then she seemed so nice and sweet. Her daughter was a little sweetheart. And I never would have thought that she would act the way that she's acting now.
Yeah. Do you feel that this changed her? Like or it was always. I don't ever know if I feel like fame changes people or it was in them and now you can see it because they have the means. Like I always wonder about that.
hmm And see, and I don't know because outside of, hey, how you doing, and giving her daughter's report and how she did for the day,
Yeah.
it really wasn't that much communication outside of
Right.
that. But
True.
she was
True.
always sweet, very personable. She does not the way that she seems now.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't say if it changed her or
Okay,
not, though,
got
really.
you. I'll drop the link again just in case anybody wants to also come up. Because girl, you from Huntsville? No, I'm playing. Black Titanic
And I
asked.
just found out that I live about 2 minutes away from Nell's daycare and didn't even know it
Oh,
until Saturday.
wow. You gotta say you got some kids or grandkids in there. You gotta like I'm scoping it out. I need to know some things. Black Titanic said, "Do you know the Kings and ex my husband Picola? He sells cars. Do you know? Does that
No, I
sound
don't.
familiar? Okay. Thank you, Miss Dion. Live, laugh, love. Said I'm classy, messy. I'll take it. I got Patricia. Patricia, I'm putting my banner up just to make sure, because every now and again these StreamYard trolls decide to pop up. Hold on, let me get. I gotta get something good for Sylvia. Let me see. I feel like yeah, there we go. Okay, hold on. Patricia, is that you?
This is me.
Okay. Say something else and make sure we can hear you well.
How you doing today?
Okay, I can hear you. I'm good. How are you?
I am truly blessed and highly favored. I
Yes.
I usually just be on different bloggers' page. I comment on different uh conversations, but this is a conversation that I want Sylvia to know that I once was in that position, but I still
hmm
kept my faith and I believe in God and I do hope is not just this time, but always it's something that you can tell and help someone else. Always be able to share your testimony. Don't keep that praise in you. Burst that praise out, just like Mel say. Sometimes we all be down to our lowest point, but God tests all of us to see how long and can He trust us with the little things. Because if you be kind to other people and you have just a little bit of faith, He say a mustard seed faith. He say I would show you things that you be able to move the mountains. But Sylvia, the testimony touched my heart because I was in a situation for us trying to get a home. And I passed by two homes and didn't have the money to do it. And at that present time, I was single and I had three kids depending on me. And I was working as an educator. I've been in daycare for 35 years. But you know, if you anybody ever been in daycare, there are some ups and there are some downs, but you
Yes.
always have to believe that you can make it. We all gonna go through trials and we gonna go through tribulations, but we got to stay and keep the faith. And I passed by this home twice, and something told me it was the Holy Spirit. Say stop and ask these people what the price is on this house. I didn't have the money, first of all, but it was just that I couldn't give up. I had to do something because the place that I was living in looked like every month they was going up on my rent. I went in as 450. When I left out of this house, they was charging me $1,000 just for rent for each month. No
Ooh.
contract been signed or anything. But I didn't give up. So I rode down this street round the corner from the house that I was living in. And they had a for rent sign out here. And I say, now, I put myself in a situation before renting a home and to see what it brought me to where I had to pack up and leave. So I asked the man, and the man say, well, I really had the house for lease with auction to buy. And I say, well, at that time, I'm not going to pretend that I knew exactly what he was talking about. I'm
Mm-hmm.
original from Mississippi, and we don't get too many homes with auction to buy. So I wanted to know what is he talking about. See, me, if I don't understand something, I'm gonna ask questions. And they may be over and over again. They told me at church I ask a lot of questions because I'm thirsty and the things that I don't understand. I want somebody to tell me what's going
Mm-hmm.
on.
Mm-hmm.
See? So I asked this guy, explain to me what he was talking about. And he's saying that if I rent the house out to you, the money that you pay for rent, that'll go towards your down payment. I'm steady saying, Lord, Lord, Lord. You know, he said, well, how much can you afford to pay for rent? I said, not really that much. He said, what about 550? I'm like, yes, I can pay 550. I'm
Mm-hmm.
paying 950 around the corner.
Mm.
Oh.
I'm like, look, I'm steady talking to myself, but I'm listening to the guy. So I met with him and we signed paperwork. And I'm here today. Testimony. I am here today and been in this home today 33 years.
Wow,
Wow.
Patricia.
That is
33 years.
wonderful.
So that testimony, not just for Sylvia, to anybody that have a testimony and a confirmation that God have allowed you to see, share your testimony. Because the world that we living in now need to know how we getting over. And it ain't about nobody but God.
Right.
Nobody
Yes.
but God. So this is what I just I couldn't let this go. I'm on everybody's page. If everybody know Patricia Robin, they
Yep.
everybody
Yep.
know my name. But I never come up. But this I had to speak on it because I was there. And I know what you're talking about. You know, you're mad, you're angry, you're frustrated, and I don't want to hear what nobody else is saying because I'm already settled, and
Yes.
now I got to pick up and start all back over again.
Right.
But I just wanted to share that with you because that's I want everybody in the world to share your testimony. We need to hear from you. God is pleased when you share your word.
Well,
Yes.
thank you, and I
Yes.
received that. I really received that because, like I told Trending, I thought I don't know how many times to just send her a message that I'm not gonna do it. But then I'm like, I'm one of those people. If I commit to something, I try to see it through. And
Yes.
but I
Like
definitely
I said,
receive what you're
brought
saying.
me
Thank
up. You
you.
brought me up so you let you know that it was meant for someone to hear where you say what you had to say, and now I say, and I'm pretty sure somebody else on this line. Who help me, Holy Ghost? Somebody that's on this line is in that same situation, and they needed to hear that.
Yes.
Yeah.
She and not any, I'm not in any bad way. I Sylvia minimized her story, and I was like, now hold on now, because when I tell you, having somewhere securely to live is a very common universal thing, and then the how it happened, and I'm just like, Sylvia, don't downplay your story, Sylvia. Don't you
But
do
she,
it.
but she went to God and she was broken. She went to God and she was broken.
Yes.
See, when
Yeah.
you humble yourself to God, oh, he opened up his arms for us. But as long as you got that pride and you walk around that pride, God saying you don't need me. You got too much pride. I'm gonna let you handle that yourself. But you
Mhm.
went to
Yeah.
God and you
You're
was
right.
broken. You was broken. When
Yep.
you
And
go on your knees and you ask God, we say our prayers every night. But do you really sit on your knees long enough to hear the answer to what you just prayed and asked God for?
Mhm.
yeah.
We too quick to get up off our knees, just say, I say my prayer, but you're not listening to what God has to say to you.
Mhm.
Sometimes we have to stand still and listen to his word. He say, my sheep will hear my voice. You got to stand still. Well,
See
either
this,
way,
That's right.
Patricia. See, this is, I'm telling you, and you know what? No, I'm not gonna say more often. I'm just gonna say thank you for when the time is right. You decided to come up, Patricia, because
Yes.
you have a way of speaking. I will tell you that. You make me feel like I better take a look around and see what else I need to start working on, and just I don't know how to put it, Patricia, but I was like, okay, hold on now, self check, hold on.
you know, it's just the way the world is now, and we can look around. It's nothing nice really going on in this world, And he tell us in the book of Second Corinthians, first chapter 7, verse 14. He say, "If my people," he done already claimed us, but nobody's listening until something bad happens. And then that's when they want to call on the Lord. Don't wait till something happens bad. Then you want to get on your knees and go to him. Go to him when you things are good in your life.
Mm-hmm.
Go to him when
Yes.
things are hard in your life. Go to
Mm-hmm.
him when you're crying and you don't know nowhere else to go. Go to him. He's standing there waiting on you. You say, yeah, I stand at the door. All you got to do is knock. He's going to let you in.
Mm-hmm.
Never feel like you're alone. But I just wanted to come on and say that, and I want you all to have a blessed weekend, you know, because
Oh,
I can
you
go on
too.
and on and on. But I thank you so much, Trendy, for letting me get this off of my chest, and thank you, Sylvia. You made me come up.
Yeah, she sure.
Oh, and thank you for your words as well. Thank you so much. And like I said, I
Thank you,
receive it.
thank you, ma'am.
Y'all
You
are,
all have a blessed weekend.
and
You
Patricia,
too.
thank you as well.
Yes, ma'am.
Wow, Patricia, you came in hot. Thank you.
with authority.
She did.
Bye,
I
bye.
love it. Oh man, I'm getting chills. I love it. Oh my gosh, Sylvia, did you want to say anything else to Patricia before she? Oh, she dropped down, but okay. I know. Live 41 Fit is she's driving. I'm dropping the link again just to make sure, because sometimes when one person says something, it kind of sparks your brain. So I'm just making sure periodically, just to
Hmm.
make sure, because y'all, this live, it's Sylvia live. This live this Friday is Sylvia Friday. So now I don't have anything else on the docket after this. Just so y'all know, this is all for Sylvia right now.
And I'm gonna tell you this, I'm a visual type of person,
Hmm.
and I remember Melody saying one time that God is my source. He will provide my needs.
Mm,
And so I was at work one day and I put it on a little sticky note, put it up on the wall, and when I was going through that, I just kept looking at that every day.
mm,
When I would talk to my sister, because she would call me sometimes at work, and my my sister, she's totally opposite than me. She'll have a meltdown in a minute. Me, it takes me a moment to get there. But she would give me a call sometimes, and she would be just in a real tizzy, and I would say, "Hey, God is our source. He will provide our needs." I said,
mm,
whenever you start to feel like things are out of control, just keep repeating that to yourself.
mhm,
And so she started to do it. But yeah,
mm.
Can I say something?
Yes.
sure.
Um, Trending.
Hmm.
This is really for you. Trending, as Chit Chat says.
I love it.
This is for well, thank you for creating this channel and stepping out in boldness for those of us that, we're all different people. Let's think about this. We're all different people from all different places. But look at what you allow, truly, what the Lord has done. Let's think about this by just stepping out in boldness. By
Yes.
Okay, yeah, it connected to my car. Yay. By stepping out in boldness, Trending, look at the community and just this tribe that you've created. And I just wanted to say thank you, Trending, for this platform where people can feel safe, they feel comfortable to lay their hair down and share and stuff like that. Um, yeah, I just feel led to say that really quick, and I'm gonna put myself back on mute, and I'll think of some additional questions. But I'm really intrigued, Sylvia, about you living in Huntsville. I have a few people that are thinking about moving to Huntsville. They're in the aerospace community, so
Oh,
they were. Yeah, my understanding is that Huntsville is like one of those hubs there as well. There's a lot of
yes.
people moving out there because it's Rocket City. But just your thoughts of the town. Would you recommend people moving out there, or even to Madison or the surrounding areas, and how are the schools and stuff like that? But if you're not open to answering those questions, because I'm sure you might not have been prepared for that sort of thing, those are some of the things I've always been intrigued with about Hunt, like with it booming and stuff like that.
Yeah, and Huntsville is, like I said, it's really growing. And to me, it's always been a family friendly type of city. We're just now starting to get a lot of different activities,
Mm,
more performers coming. Um, we have a lot of sports activities for kids here. Schools are okay. Um, but yeah, it's growing. Um, it's grown. But like I said, it's always been more of a family friendly type of place. And now we're just now getting to where there's a lot more activities coming here to Huntsville now.
okay. Well, and 41 Fit, I did want to acknowledge before my mind runs away from me. Thank you. And I feel like, and I know this won't always be the case, and I have to be okay with that, but I do feel like, and maybe it will. Let me just speak that it will be that way. Even as the channel grows, I can still attract who I originally wanted to attract in the first place. So I'll just say that because maybe it can happen. But y'all are reflecting me and how I was hoping to be seen out in the internet world. You know what I mean? So for me, my
Oh,
first YouTube channel was, not my first YouTube channel. my first solo YouTube channel, because me and my husband we used to play video games and stuff online and stuff like that. So we did that for a little while. But my solo step out was my art channel, and it was stagnant, and I was like, well, I know I like art, and I was like, well, I'm not doing it for the views, so I got to figure this out because I want to connect with people. And my other thing, I was like, well, oh, and I would tell my one close friend, because I ain't told many people, but that know me personally, I did not tell them about this channel, and I was like, I don't know how you gonna look at me if you see me over there, and then come to find out, she was like, you're just being yourself, you know that, right? Like there's nothing there's nothing going on except you being you. She was like, I don't know what you thought I was gonna see, but you sound like yourself. You would say this whether you were, online or not. And I was like, oh, okay. But yeah, I hope as the channel grows, I attract who I have initially attracted, which is my Shans, 41 Fits, Cynthia Arrington, Sylvia P, Shan, my LaDawns, everybody that's here, that's who I hope to continue to attract. And I think that I will say I do believe that's possible. My biggest fear was that as it would grow, it wouldn't be like that, but maybe it can be. So I'm just going to speak that and say it will be like that, even no matter if the channel continues to grow. Because
Yeah,
that's
I mean,
really
as
what I
long
want.
as you continue to set the tone for your
Yeah.
channel, I think
Yeah.
it will.
That's what I
Yeah.
pray for.
And here's the thing, and if it don't, leave it up to us moderators to jump from the top rope.
You're right. You're right.
Okay,
I got help. You're right. You
listen,
are right. Because I
it's
look and
gonna be
I'm
like
like,
gangbusters.
true, true. Because again, y'all know I be looking at chit chat, and she keep that her mods, and she keep that chat at a certain energy level. So it is possible. It is possible. Speaking into existence. Yes, yes,
Yes.
y'all. I gotta remember that. And that's my thing. Like I overthink. Um and I start putting stuff out there. They're like, this ain't even happening. Like, why are you even worried about that? You're right, Patricia. And you know what, Patricia, the biggest thing that, and that's just like money too. You see who people are when they start getting a lot of money too. Like wherever you were inside, it's gonna really show when you start getting resources and stuff. So I believe that. And
Yeah.
so I feel like the only thing that, well, it's not even changing. Y'all really just kind of seeing me set my boundaries, because that's not even really changing. I've kind of, again, like I've told y'all, gotten out of my DMs, but that was still me anyway. I was a hermit till I started talking to y'all online anyway. So that really didn't change. I had to do a reset and be like, it's okay to keep your personal boundaries and stuff. But yeah, no, you're right. Some people will get a big head, but I think, well, if I don't want to lose people like I have here, I will check myself, and hopefully I have people that will check me so I can stay grounded, because I don't want to lose the people that's surrounding me. So I got people that keep me in check. I don't think I have, it's dangerous to have yes people. And I tell my husband this too, like, don't American Idol me. And for me, that means don't tell somebody they can sing or do this thing, and then you send them up there to try out, and they on the highlight reel for the wrong reason. So don't be telling me that. Tell me the truth. So yeah. Y'all are right. We're gonna keep it, and I have examples. I'm looking at the examples. I feel like Diana Rose has she's kept a pretty chill vibe, personality. Sassy T is over there growing, and I call her Sassy Sweet Tea. And I do feel like if you know your core and you stay true to yourself, that's still how it will be. And like you said, of course, if we get the ones over here that try to change it in a toxic way, then we gotta set those boundaries and keep it like it is.
Blockiana in a second.
Blockiana, yes. Yeah, Shan be getting banned. Shan the ban. Shan gets banned from some YouTube circles. Inside coming to the outside, people don't change. Yes, I agree. Talking out loud, it's exposing what was already there. I do believe that you're putting the trunk where the blessings reside. Where the blessings, right, Joyce? Right. That's the only place I'm going. You're right, Joyce. But yeah. And that stuff like this helps to talk it out with people. Like sometimes you don't even realize it till you put it into words and say it out loud. So, I have said it out loud to y'all, and it feels better. And Sylvia, how do you feel, Sylvia?
I feel great. Like I said, if you only knew how many times I was going to tell you no, that I had changed my mind. But I feel good. I feel good. And um, even today, when I was at work, I'm like, just call and tell her no, you can't do it. And then something was like, well, who knows? Maybe it may help one person.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And like I said, I'm one of those, if I commit to something, I do my best to try to do it. So had to put my big girl panties on and go ahead and do it.
And you did it. And she had her notes, y'all. I'm all about some good notes. Shan had her notes too. She would write her stuff down. I'm all about some notes. But oh, what was I just gonna say? I saw a comment that reminded me of something. Thank you, Candy. Yes. When I first had my name said in someone's live chat, which it was actually chit chat. So when she says, look, we greet people for the first few minutes, I'm like, okay, okay, okay. And you get your name, called out, and it's just, it feels nice. It's like, hey, I'm here to support you, and it's nice that you're like, hey, I see you. So I'm like, well, that feeling, we got to pass that feeling on. So Candy, that's, I'm trying to make that one of my norms. I feel like it's a habit at this point anyway, but even if I have to limit myself to the time I can do it, I'm at least, it's going to stay at some, in some capacity, because it really feels nice when someone says your name. And hey, Veronica Monroe. But yeah, yes. Um, okay. Okay. I'm catching up on comments. Hey, Rhonda. um, I'm trying to see, did I have, I wanted to make sure I got all my notes out that I had for you, Sylvia.
Okay.
I'm going over the comments too. I'm over here trying to multitask. I'm happy you found me too, Lady Queen. Oh, you're the first person. I'm the first person you joined. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, I like that. Okay, okay. And for those that came in late, please hit the replay, because Sylvia did tell a story to me that does help people. And like Patricia said, it was just, if you have a testimony, share it. And that part about being complacent, it hits you at different phases of your life for different subjects. So y'all, please check the replay out if you came in after her story. It, yeah, Joyce, it feels nice. I really like it. And even if I don't always remember names and everything, in that moment, it's, well, one, repetition does help me remember better. And if I ever forget something, charge it to my head, not my heart. But it I don't know. I don't see how you, I mean, I see how people can do it without doing it. I do, but I really like it. I'll just say that. It's not on anybody else. I just do like it. Thank you, MJ. Thank you. And y'all, if drama follows, just know I'll try to make sure it don't last long, because you never know what's coming your way sometimes in life. So I ain't gonna let it last long if it follows. Let you, Annette put me in timeout in another live. Sheila is staying in timeout. Oh Lord. Well, Sylvia, we will probably have more questions for you just about Huntsville happenings, if you don't mind ever sharing. And if you don't want to, if you want to come back up and talk, you are always welcome. But if you also just want to answer in the chat, please feel welcome, because we are curious about Huntsville stuff.
Hmm. Okay. I don't have much to tell you. I like to watch the drama. I don't like to be the drama.
I understand. I understand.
Now I've met Mel once, when Mel had first divorced Martell. I
Oh,
saw her in Walmart. She was ahead of me in the line. She had the four kids with her, and it was right before um, Thanksgiving. So she had
wow.
all the Thanksgiving fixings uh, on the counter, and I'm like, wow. I didn't speak to her. I just looked because
Oh,
she was with the kids, and I
oh,
know when I had my young kids, it was hectic, going to the grocery store, and so I didn't want to infringe upon her. Uh, I met her a second time though at the Miss Van when she had her book signing here in
yeah.
Huntsville. After the book signing, mail it came through, so I got to take a picture with her. And so the picture, there was a picture that was, I think, on one of the Facebook groups somebody had captured. It was
Mhm.
my picture. I just cropped myself out of it because I hate taking pictures. So I've met both of them. I've met Kiki one time at
Oh.
Walmart. We were at the gas station, and I saw her come through, and I was looking. I'm like, and I whispered to her, I said, "Are you Kiki?" And she kind of looked at me like, "What you want?" Like, "Hey, don't attack me." Kind of look. And
Oh.
I told her how much I liked her and stuff, and she had that ease look on her face. But she
Oh,
was real sweet
Kiki.
too.
Oh,
Um,
that's
and
good.
and that's about
That's
it. I've never met none of the guys, thank God. Oh, thank God. But the women I've met have been nice. And like I said,
okay.
Tisha started out nice, and I don't know what went wrong with her on this show. I guess maybe the show may have gotten to her. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, and let me read this super chat. Hey, Tyra Daniels, and thank you for the super chat. Says, "Hey, trending. I love your channel. Keep God first in all you do. Have a blessed evening." And say my say my name. Say my name. Yes, Tyra Daniels. Thank you. Oh, and Shan's comment reminded me that I was going to tell you this too. You also kind of helped me because, okay, like Ozempic, right? When we first started talking about that earlier today, I forget again that people may have actually already come into contact with that. I'm thinking I'm talking about it that is so disconnected from us. And so, but I was like, I'm gonna still try to say something. And then come to find out, shout out to Phyllis and some others that have been in the chat and told me like, no, this is good. I'm glad because like this is gonna help me inform my family, or this is something I was on the fence about anyway. So yes, even if you think it'll help just one person, go ahead and tell it because you probably gonna help more than one person. But yes, Sylvia, you are much appreciated. I'm a While you're up here, we got to get come out the trunk one time for the one time for the one time. Let me find it. We got to get out the trunk. Where is the thing? I'm finding him. He coming.
All right, we going. What a money reside. What a money reside. What a money reside. What a money reside.
Thank y'all. I appreciate you, Sylvia P. 41 Fit. Thank you for coming up and asking your questions. Patricia Ellis Robinson, thank you for coming up and speaking a word. You are much appreciated, and I'm honored to have y'all.
Well,
And
thank you for letting me come up on your platform tonight.
you know you're welcome back, by the way. And y'all just smell this Seventh Avenue. It smells so good. It's the moisturizer,
You
the
got
vitamin boost facial
the
moisturizer. It's so
moisturizer.
good.
Okay. I've got that the lemon drop. I just got that last weekend, and oh my goodness, it smells like a lemon pound cake. It smells so good.
Ooh, that's on my list. But I think I want some clothes too though. So I'm trying to decide. But yes, I want everything. That's the problem. Oh, one
Mel will definitely take your money now.
right, right. Joyce said find my man trend and stop playing. I found him, Joyce, with a blessed reside, with a blessed reside. Talking out loud had asked the question. Did I don't think she did by her personality, but did you go to Destiny's house opening?
I did. Me and Anthony were both there at the same time.
Oh snap!
Yeah, me and my sister went just to look. Well, I went to be nosy because it was an open house. And so, yeah, me and Anthony, we were both there at the same time. And when we were going through the rooms, we ended up in one room at the same time. I said, Anthony, and he looked at me, and I follow you on YouTube. And he was like, oh, he said, I thought you was somebody to come to get me.
Oh, that's
But
Gus. You gotta hurry up
yeah,
and state your purpose. You gotta hurry up.
yes.
Um,
Now, when Destiny had her store, um, I would drive by every now and again and would never see her store open. I think there was a Saturday right before, I think before season 4 started.
mm,
It was open that day.
mm,
Out of all
mm.
the time that she had it open, I had never seen it open. So I was
Oh, the
like, well,
store.
does she just have the store open when they're shooting? And that's what it seemed like because
That's
other
it.
than that, we never saw it open.
you are corroborating what a lot of people were saying then that were in that area, because a lot of people were coming back like, hey, the store ain't never open. Like this is not. And let me, before I forget, I want to say shout out to Tea Talk with your girl. She's a content creator that does speak life into other channels and people, and I feel like she's like me, and I told her thank you for remaining steady, because I was the one that remained unsteady for a little bit on that one. But I do feel like that unless you give people like her a reason, they assume the best in you. And I just want to say I appreciate Tea Talk with your girl again, because she definitely offered me grace when she didn't owe it to me. And so I just want to say thank you again, Tea Talk, because there's some really nice people out here on the internet. I will say that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
A
Okay,
question
y'all.
for you, Sylvia. I got a real quick one.
Oh, you go ahead.
Have you had LeBarrick's food? Is it
I
good?
have. Yes, it is
Oh,
good. It's
oh,
very
Oh,
good.
snap.
I would go by there so much. My daughter was like, "You getting another plate?" Because I would go there like on Saturdays whenever I would work over at work. Um, because he's only open during certain times. And so
Okay.
yeah, his ribs are good.
Oh yeah,
His
because they.
brisket is good. His food is good.
Oh, good to know. Yeah, because they say he has a full-time good job. Like I think they say he got a good job. Like it's not just the food part.
Yeah,
Um.
because he's only open on Fridays and Saturdays from like um, noon to 4. And
Okay.
so
Okay.
yeah, I would catch him on Saturdays. I would go maybe every other week, every other Saturday and get me a rib plate. But yeah, all of his food that I've tried so far is good. He can cook.
Mm-mm.
And his
thank you,
mom is
Sylvia.
super sweet.
Oh, his mom is sweet. That's good. It's
Yes.
I have a nice mom.
Yeah, she works at the window taking the orders and she's super sweet.
Okay. Okay. And Louisiana Chick 318, Melody had a post, and I tell you what, I know every things can apply at different times in your life, but she had that post about I'm paraphrasing bad, but not being able to take everybody with you, and uh, sometimes people fall off before you can go to the next level, or things that you're trying to do. And so, like, I that's one of the ones I feel like God will whisper until he start roaring at you, like somebody put in the comments, like, yeah, you just got to be listening and follow your own path. And everybody has a reason and a season, I guess I'll say on that one, because yeah, you got to be ready to listen so you can hear the message. Thank you, Miss Dion. LeBerick used to work for Boeing. Okay, Patricia. Got you. Okay. All right, y'all. They said Sassy's live, I think. So, and since you did honestly get to close out Sylvia, I just want to make sure you don't, if you have anything else you want to say, you're more than welcome to say it. I'm not rushing you. I just don't want to hold you.
Okay, no, no problem at all. And again, Trending, thank you for allowing me to share my story on your panel. And just want to wish everybody peace and blessings and have a great weekend.
Hey, you have a great weekend as well. 41 Fit, thank you. And for Saturday, y'all, I'll see you in the evening. I won't have a lunchtime live for tomorrow, or wait, yeah, tomorrow's Saturday. So I'll see y'all in the evening for Sketchy Saturday portion. And we're doing breast cancer awareness lips. Oh, okay, Sheila. Your voice made me want more. I love it here. And Sassy makes me feel like I'm her niece. I got you. Sassy actually reminds me of an auntie, like for real, for real. And then find out she was a nurse too, or she was in the medical field. Yeah. All right, y'all. I'm gonna play the music and I'll highlight your comments until the song ends. Sylvia, you were awesome. Bye, 41 Fit. And I will see y'all tomorrow. Bye.
I'll be taking my time, I'll be taking my time. Taking all of your time, taking all of your time, yeah. I'll be taking my time, I'll be taking my time, yeah. Taking all of your time, taking all of your time, yeah. We've been talking about it for Before we take a chance, we do it. Before we looking back, it's foolish. We got me floating, and I can take it. We got me floating, and I can't take it. We got me floating, and I can take it. You got me floating, and I can't take it. I've been taking my time, I've been taking my time. Taking all of your time, taking all of your time. I've been taking my time, I've been taking my time. Taking all of your time, taking all of your time. You got me floating, and I can take